Hey everyone, welcome to an unexpected video right before the game week starts after the team selection. Kind of rare that these videos are going to occur, but there is definitely one thing that I wanted to address in this video, and this is the announcement of kind of how the price changes are going to work this year. We did get news before the season started that there would be price changes this year, as there was not, as far as I know, from last year. Prices were fixed all year. But this year they are letting us know, and now they have explained kind of how price changes in players are going to work. Personally, I like this. It'll ends up creating a little bit more of a difference between the teams going forward, or else everyone can have the same team all of the time. Um, and then I'm just going to maybe suggest some things about how to attack it. So starts out like normal. We all have our 100 mil budget from the start, and we pick 15 players from it. Hopefully, we've all done that before because we've all been part, or majority of us will have been part of game week one. It's not too late to join. If you haven't, you're just going to be kind of quite a few points behind right off the start. Okay, now this is what they've added on. The FAQ page used to say prices were fixed. Now this is what's added to the actual rules. Price changes will be determined according to the performance of the players in Serie A. So for those that play the Fantasy Premier League, prices are based off of player ownership, how many times that player gets transferred out or in, and they increase and decrease accordingly. This is going, so it sounds like the people that run the site are going to be the ones in charge of changing the prices. So it's not going to be based on what anyone else is doing, like any of the people playing the game are doing. It's going, and they're going to make judgments based off of how the players performed during the week. This won't start until after round four. So until round four is complete, all of the prices are going to be the same as we've seen at the start of the season. So we don't have to worry about rushing transfers or anything yet. It's going to start after round four in order to form a basis for the application of this rule. From this time on, price changes will be made every single round, not necessarily to every single player, though. So every player's price won't change every week. It's going to probably be based off of a really good performance or a really bad performance. Um, Players' prices will increase or decrease by 0.2 each round. So it's not going to be the 0.1, it'll be 0.2. And so it won't, can't be more, can't be less. So a player that's, let's say, 8 million, if they have a really good game, they might go up to 8.2. If they have a really bad game, they might go down to 7.8, but they're going to be somewhere within that range. It's not like they could go multiple increases of 0.2 each round, maximum 0.2 each round. There are thresholds. Once a player hits 15 mil, then it can't go any higher. And if they get as low as 3 mil, they can't go any lower. Your budget will increase or decrease accordingly. That's what this is saying down here. If you have players in your team that go up by 0.2, now you have a budget that can hold more than 100 mil. And same going downwards, you might end up with a budget less than that. So kind of what should we be looking for? Well, one thing that isn't kind of clear is um, do do the performances of these first four rounds kind of dictate a price change in that fifth week? Like let's say Osimhen scores a brace four times in a row, and then or three times in a row, let's say, and in the fourth round he blanks and he just gets his playing points. Well, for me, he should probably still be increased by 0.2, but I don't know if it's just going to be based off of that round four score or if they will take into consideration the first three rounds as well. So that's something that's not clear yet for me, so whether the performance before the end of round four is going to be considered at all. So one thing to keep in mind there and maybe be ready for one way or another, maybe they'll make an announcement saying that or not. But at that point, maybe this is a time where like this is what I'm saying is probably you probably don't want to have used your wild card yet. It's kind of crappy that this has been introduced before the or like after the season has already started. But what I'm assuming is the players that are gonna be going down are gonna be players that aren't playing. Like you might see all these 3.8 keepers that just are like third string keepers just go down and fall down to three. And that's maybe something that says before this round four, pick a keeper that plays but is lower. So Tarati is a good example of a keeper that you might want because they're less likely to go down than some of the random third string keepers that are 3.8 right now. Because I could see all of them that don't see any time fall to 3.0. The players that are going to go down are the players that aren't scoring points. And for me, theoretically, it's going to be the players that aren't playing. They're not getting any time. These rotation players that'll only ever see time if injuries or maybe multiple injuries need to happen in order for that to happen. So I'm thinking those are the players that might go down. And then obviously investing in some players that you do think are going to go up. But a lot of us have all those already. We have the Osim Hens, the Lautaro Martinez. Um, if like for instance this was happening first round, you'd probably see a player like Belotti go up to 7.2 and stuff like that. So just being aware of these price increases that are going to happen. One thing that I have noticed that wasn't the same in Fanta Live, you could only make transfers after the entire game week had finished. Now you will be able to make transfers, like as far as I can tell, once a game week locks, you can start making transfers and setting your team for the following game week. So now we're going to be thinking that maybe it is worth doing that early transfer before a player's price goes up. And stuff like that while games are still occurring. Like if we're in round 4 and Belotti does score a hat trick, well, I might transfer him earlier before all the fixtures finish because I know that that price is going to go up. So what's annoying in a sense is unlike Premier League, like there's ways to tell when a player's price is going to go up. Here we're kind of guessing just based on the performance. And we're going to have to see how good of a performance constitutes the price increase. Is it one goal? Do they need to score a brace? Is an assist good enough? Maybe assist will just keep them where they are. And then for going down, does blanking, just does not scoring any points bring them down, or will not playing at all be the line in which they go down? So these are things that we're going to have to see in round 5. We're going to have to see how did all of these prices go up and down and kind of judge from there going forward what will constitute a player's price rising and conversely going down. But I think that's all I got for you. This is a major announcement that got made, so I thought I'd make a quick video about it, kind of explaining it. If you like that and you like this kind of videos, please like and subscribe. It kind of gives me more incentive sometimes to make them as well if people are watching it. But don't expect these kind of videos every week, as school for me is starting up soon. I'm going to have to be paying attention to that more. Anyway, good luck. This game week starts tomorrow. I will be having to do the review video before the Monday games because I'm going to be away for a bit. So I'm sorry about that. We won't have a proper updated table and stuff like that. But anyway, best of luck to you, and I'll talk to you soon, probably Sunday. Take care.